Welcome to the Digital Maddy Show. This is a platform where I share my knowledge on how to record an amazing video, create your personal brand, and build your online business with ease and comfort with social media marketing. I also invite many influencers and digital marketers on this show and ask amazing questions to extract their secrets of business, which can help you in your business and life. Let's get started with your host. Hi. My name is Mitthyl and I'm a YouTube and video podcast expert, and I help aspiring video influencers to record their video and podcast and make sales through video making. We also have an amazing guest on our show. She's going to share a lot of tips related to how to overcome self-doubt. She's already into the studio. Let's welcome her. So let's welcome on the show Konya Perry. Let me introduce her. She is a motivational and a lifestyle coach that helps individuals uncover roadblocks and limiting belief to help love a more fulfilled life. She has her own blog and a podcast called as Speaking Life with Konya P. And she's also published several books. So she's also an author. So welcome Konya to our show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Great. So Konya, let me ask you one of my favorite questions. Would you like to share one of your favorite quote or a line that motivates you on a daily basis?
Oh, I have so many. I think my most favorite one would be with God, all things are possible. And and the reason why is because sometimes we get in our own way and life gets hard, and we just have to remind ourselves where the source of our strength comes from. And once we do that, that kind of gives us the motivation and the power to kind of just push through. So that would be one of my favorite quotes, but I have plenty of them.
Awesome. Definitely you would be having many of them. You are a motivational coach. So surely you have a truckload of, quotes on that. Awesome.
Right.
So Konya, can you share your backstory with us so that people who are listening can also resonate with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet. Well, my backstory, I grew up in a really big home with, not a really big home, but a really big family. And, I was the one that pretty much consistently made good grades throughout my whole entire life, right? So, of course, my parents, my grandparents, myself, we always knew that I would just grow up and be something, right? So when I went off to college, things did not plan out the way that I thought it would. I think that deep down, like, my grandmother was still very proud of the achievements that I was doing, but within myself, I never felt fulfilled, right? And one of the reasons why I did not feel fulfilled, which is what I wrote about in my newest book, which is called Faithfully Conquering Self-Doubt. There was a lot of no's, there was a lot of you're not ready yet, a lot of you don't have enough experience. And that all contributed to my self-doubt and why, I felt like not empty inside. Well, in some ways I did feel empty inside. I felt like I wasn't good enough in some ways. I felt like, when would I ever get my break where people can actually see what I am capable of? And then a lot of times I felt like a lot of positions would just keep me stagnant, and that would just drive me crazy as well. So my backstory is just that although I didn't come off as the person that would have those type of trials and go through those type of things because of how hard I worked all through my whole life, I still went through it as well. And so me being the open book that I am, the fact that I do love to encourage other people, someone has to do it, right? Someone has to be vulnerable enough to open up about these things, especially with so many people kind of looking at you as if you're perfect in a way. To just, kind of just express myself. So that's pretty much what I do with everything that I'm doing with my podcast and blog, with the coaches, with the clients that I've worked with on a regular basis, and also with writing my book. So that's pretty much my backstory of how I've gotten to this place now.
That's pretty awesome. So Konya, what do you think started, the self-doubt or the self-sabotage within yourself?
Whew. Well, Of course, like I said, it came from the many careers that I have. It's always been let down and told that. But, when I started to write the book, I had to think about like where I feel like it originated. And I feel like it originated from a very young age when I started to get criticized by people that may have been jealous or, may have saw something in me maybe they didn't have, and they wanted to kind of intimidate me. And of course, at the time, I didn't know um, anything about this sorts of things. So I love to give my energy and feedback focus on a lot of the teenagers these days and smaller children, so that they can know that these things are going to happen. I had these talks with my son all the time. He's 6, and he has a hard time understanding that sometimes people just say mean things, and it doesn't mean that it's true. Sometimes they just say it because they're insecure with themselves. And so, I had to go through that in order to be at a place now I can help someone else understand that, if someone criticizes you, if someone, says something negative to you, if someone, make you feel bad about a certain thing, it is not, your fault. It's something that they have to deal with within. So I would say it came from a very young age when I started to just be attacked just from so many people, just, attacking my looks and attacking my talents and attacking my personality and everything, to being told that I'm too much. So I would say that it stemmed from, childhood.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kanya. So, what inspired you to write about your self-doubt?
What inspired me? To be honest, I know everyone out there is not very spiritual, so I'm more so talking to those of us that are. It was not something that I did on my own. It was something that I was led to do. I was literally I was leaving church, and I was taking my normal nap that I normally would, and I was waking up out of my sleep to write it. And I literally wrote 90 to 95% of the book just in that 20 to 30 minutes time span, because it just kind of flowed out. I never had any intentions on doing it, but I just feel like once I started doing it, and then once I was able to go back during quarantine and kind of add in some little nuggets here and there that I was able to learn throughout, I feel like this book was written to just help someone else in terms of those individuals that have not gone through some of the stuff that I've went through. And so that would help better prepare them for situations like that, to not let it get them down like it did me at one point, because it had me very low at a lot, at some points in my life. And so this book was written to help those individuals, and it was also to help individuals that's at a stage that I was at prior to writing it, where I still didn't know where my purpose in life was. So it would kind of help just a magnitude of so many different people that's dealt with self-doubt, and also that will deal with self-doubt. So that's basically what it's for.
Wow, wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope it helps so many people. I really do.
True, true. So, Kanya, since you are a certified life coach, so what does each of your clients have in common when they decide to seek your services?
Say that my clients, what they all typically have in common is they all are going through a stage in their life where they kind of feel lost. They kind of just feel like they need some direction, someone to help them figure out what's been holding them back, because they have so many talents and so many aspirations and dreams, and they just need someone to just help them, figure out, okay, like, what have I been doing wrong all this time? What have I, not figured out? What do I need to conquer and overcome in order to get to the place and achieve the things that that they know that they can do? So I would say they all are just at a point where they have decided that enough is enough. So that's when they come to me, when they decide, okay, enough is enough. I know what the potential that I have, and I'm tired of settling for less. So what can you help me do? So I would say that's what they typically have in common.
All right, awesome. So one thing that I missed to share, Kanya, is belated happy birthday. Just 2 days back, I think you had your birthday, and you launched your, you kept your word. I just checked your profile. So I just got that 2 days back. That was your birthday, and we are
It
recording
was
on 13th August. So I think 11th August or 12th August was your birthday.
the 10th, actually. It was the 10th.
Okay, 10th. All right.
Well, that was close.
It's all different time zones, so apologies for that.
Oh yeah, different time zones. You're right. They probably threw you all the way off.
Absolutely. So, Konya, all the people who are listening to this particular episode, if they want to know more about you and connect with you, is there a platform where they can do that?
Yeah, so if you all would like to connect with me, ask questions, tune into my podcast, a blog, or schedule a call with me, or purchase the book, whatever you like to do. If you go to my website, www.slwithcp.com, you can find everything under the menu bars. And I'm going to repeat it again. It's www.slwithcp.com. And if you ever get a little stumbled and you feel like those are a little bit too many words, the platform that I use is called Speaking Life with Kania P. So if you think about the acronym of that, which is SL for Speaking Life with CP, which is Kania P. So hopefully you all can remember. But if you type in Speaking Life with Kania P, it'll help you find the website. So.
Awesome. So all the people who are watching this episode, all the links are available in the description. Do click those links and connect with her. If you have any kind of self-doubt, she's the right person to connect with and overcome your self-doubt and connect with your true potential with all her help. So thank you so much, Konya, for providing so much awesome values today on the episode. But before we end this episode, would you like to say something to our viewers?
Just like to say, guys, just keep going. I know life gets hard sometimes, so try to surround yourself around positive people that will just keep you uplifted. Try to, start your day each day positive as possible. We're going to all fall sometimes. We're going to have trials. We're going to have tribulations. That's a part of life. So just never feel like no one else is out there experiencing what you're experiencing. We're all going through this together. Find your support system. And if you can't find a support system that helps you in the way that you need to help, that's what people like me are for. So reach out.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Konya, for all the value and accepting this invitation for being the guest on our show. It was our honor to have you on the show.
Oh, that's so sweet. I was so excited. And if you need anything else, I'll be so happy to come back. I had a great time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you have just listened to the Digital Maddy Show with your host, Mitthyl Dave, and we have an amazing guest on our show. So thank you so much for listening to our show and giving so much love. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching this interview on YouTube, don't forget to hit our subscribe button and the bell icon. This is Mitthyl Dave signing off at the moment. Until next time, keep rocking. Catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much.